We're going to bring on the next two people.
Who is it?
Well, it's a surprise to everyone, and that's why they're streaming here. Now, I think this is a rare, Austin, this is a rare occasion. We don't get this very often.
I don't even know what's happening.
We don't get these We don't get Samantha Smith and Jeffrey Dean Moore.
How's everybody doing? Sam and I were backstage just talking just now. I'm like, what are we talking about? We did like 2 episodes together.
That's right. I'm sorry, I'm enjoying my person.
You sat there in purpose. No, do it. Yeah, we did 2 episodes together. The first episode, she was burning on the ceiling. We did a couple Polaroids, and then the Lebanon, which was, you know, 25 years later. Yeah, so we're dying to hear your questions. Please wait. How's everybody doing? A good weekend? We all been here for like 100 days, 3 days, right? Are we tired yet? We'll go watch the panel. We can take a little nap. It's dark in there.
Turn on the lights while I'll just...
All right, Sam, I'm ready to listen to you for now. What do you got?
People ask us all the time what it was like to shoot Lebanon. And I'm like, lots of crying. We were all crying the whole time.
Either laughing?
Right. Or in small, short periods of pain, intense pain.
Pearls hitting in the nuts. We were just talking about that during the family photos, and Sam was like, all I remember, because she didn't see it happen, all I did was I squeezed her, we were holding hands, I squeezed the shit out of her hand when the pearl hit me. The boys fall down. And her and I are trying to continue to sing.
Because we're professionals.
We tried.
But I was like, ow.
Because we were crying. Oh, I did. I think I said, ow.
Yeah.
But we were in tears, and it's like, oh, we don't want to stop the scene because it's hard enough to get yourself emotional, and then add the shot in the nuts. Needless to say, it didn't work out.
And it's very unfortunate that that was the way it happened, but it helped us because none of us could stop it. We couldn't get it together. The cameraman was crying, the prop people were crying, everyone was, and they were all like fogging, like Brad, the camera was like, I keep fogging up the lens. And so it was a well-needed sort of break.
What are the odds, though?
I mean, honestly, the fact that that happened and that target.
So it's a large target, to be fair. Go south fast.
Okay, we're going to two questions. How are you? What's your name?
Hello, I'm Jenny. First from Dad, if you'd like to say that Jeffrey go 49ers.
Oh, fuck. Just right off the bat, let's just get Jeff mad. Whatever, Niners suck.
But my question is, we never
I think in the land of Winchester, CPR is not going to help. They're like, nope, they're a creature, or nope, that's a wooden stake, or their soul is gone. CPR is not super
You
helpful.
think John knows CPR?
Oh, yeah,
Of course he does.
from the service, yeah.
John knows what's ever convenient for y'all. Because it changes from convention to convention. I appreciate that.
Can you imagine Dean doing CPR?
No.
He'd be like, nope.
Imagine Jared doing it. I mean, just Jared. Just to bust your ribs.
Break it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry. Oops. Moose.
thank you.
Go 49ers. All right, all you, Bob.
Okay. Hello, I'm Portland. I live here in Austin. This is my first of any type of convention.
Yeah, thumbs up.
It is
Two thumbs
way
up.
better than spending all day at school, which is what
I'm trying to think if I can compare the two. I don't know how much a compliment that is.
He's learning different.
But I'm glad we're both glad you're having a good time.
Okay, and my question is, what is your favorite thing that you learned from another cast member, preferably as useless as possible?
There's so many places you could go with that. I'm gonna have to think on that for a sec. You didn't learn anything? Like, useless? Everything has been useless that I've learned from other people.
Not useless, no. I mean, less learning than I had a lot of help. I would wander. Like my mark would be here, and suddenly I'd be going like this. Both of them would like grab me by the shirt and pull me back. And I'm like, where are you going? So that was helpful.
That's why I held her hand all 11
That's right. The boys like, listen, Jeff, she's gonna work.
She meanders. Prank.
Yeah.
When in doubt, do something real stupid. That's what I've learned. Like, for real. It should be advice that everyone follows, no matter what you do in life, just to try to have fun. And I think that is the best and most useless advice I've ever been given on the set, is try to make the most of it. We work stupid hours. You're generally so tired you don't know your own name. So the best way to kind of engage and get into it is to do something real stupid. And I've seen a lot of real stupid things in my day, and it's all stemmed from actors.
We do get a little punchy. It's true.
Real punchy.
And then, I mean, if you get the giggles, it's over. It's over. And then because every time, whatever line you just, it's
Supernatural was particularly bad with
Yes.
giggles. Jared gets his both are horrible. But the thing is, they also could figure out how to stop it, and I'd still be like in giggle mode. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't get to pull the rug out from under me now. We got the giggles. This is a team effort. All of a sudden, they're professional because the camera guys are like over it, and I'm still.
you were ruthless.
They were ruthless. Are ruthless.
Correct.
They spent a lot of time just trying to kind of fuck with the rest of us, screw us up, and then they look real great. Assholes. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm not very happy. That's hours wasted. I could have been home sleeping. Nope. Had the giggles.
Hi. My name is Stacy. I am going to start off for a little bit because Supernatural Density is my favorite show. And we have a fan on it, so you can answer this too. But
Oh yeah, can I be a zombie?
Did you call it Supernatural Dead City?
No, it was besides Supernatural.
Oh, because I was like, you got a whole thing going. I'm going to pitch that.
But I was thinking, if you guys haven't watched the end of season 1 of Dead City, I'm so sorry. You can talk about the spoiler, right? Did you ever see?
Spoil it.
Okay, because I should, right?
Season 1 of Dead City. Sam's like, what's Dead City?
I watched it. I thought she said season 2, and I was like, don't tell me.
Not yet.
No, we just finished filming it. They just finished it.
I can't say.
I'm very excited that you're excited.
If you thought, as Megan, if we would ever get to the point where Maggie is coming back to rescue Megan.
I think we would get to that
Yeah,
point.
in their relationship, this is their character development.
I mean, look, if you would have told me 9 years ago or whatever it was that when Negan was introduced that Maggie would do anything besides slit Negan's throat, I'd be like, no, of course not. And now we do a show together. It's bizarre. No, of course not. You know, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I was trying to think how season 1 ended because I just finished shooting season 2, so I kind of know where it goes. Well, so I'll share. What do y'all want to know? I'll say this: she doesn't save Negan. She's a liar. No, of course she saves Negan. And they have a relationship. But everyone's like, what? Just dead silence. They fall in love. Yes. Is it Needy or Neggy? Oh, see, I don't think that'll happen, but, you know, who knows? Season 3. I like your thinking. I don't know, I still have hopes that Negan and Daryl get together.
Probably more likely.
It's not only more likely, but we both would be so happy. Be excellent. Yay! What's Daryl and Negan's name? Deacon. Duh. Did we answer that even kinda? Oh, thank you. She said I did good. You did good, though.
I got all of that I was going to get, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
I've got so much to say, Jeff. Shout out to my best friend who can't be here. She loves you as Megan. I feel like her favorite character.
Oh, well, thank you. That's your best friend, who thinks that?
No, she's my friend Megan, so I said I'd give her a shout out.
Oh, you shout out to your best friend in England.
You mentioned pranks earlier, and I was just wondering, what's the worst prank that has been put on both of you?
Done to me?
Those boys would not prank me.
No, you know what? They didn't really mess with me either, but,
They know.
yeah, they were really kind of stuck on each other. And you know what?
Oh no, talk to Misha and Alex and
Well,
Mark Shepard.
Right, I think that's true. What did they do then?
What did they do?
Everybody's saying something different at the same
I
time.
mean, you know what, I don't know if all of them are public, so I'm just not going to say it.
You know, here's the thing. I mean, I've had some pranks done to me, but none of them were like legendary pranks. And it's really because the payback would be way worse. I didn't take that shit lightly. My favorite prank was, the best was Andy Lincoln. the glitter. And I'll tell you why, because Andy Lincoln can't pull a prank to save his life. Like, he's a super cool, sweet, too sweet. He's just too fucking nice. Easy and gullible as all get out. No Rick in Andy, you know what I mean? And so the stuff that would happen to him, that Norman would do especially, was just, it was brutal. Like, I almost got to the point where I was like, I will offer my services. Because I feel so bad. The one thing that I helped with was we put Norman's motorcycle, this is after the glitter thing, we put Norman's motorcycle on a boat and set it in the middle of the lake. Norman's looking for his plant, and I'm like, all right, with that, dude. Good luck with that. But like Andy, for instance, after the glitter thing was like, we were at Comic-Con, he's like, well, I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get it back in front of 10,000 people. It's gonna be awesome. He was so excited, he was so jacked up. And he had a handful of glitter, and meanwhile, Norman's like, I know he's up to something. In his excitement, he just knew he was gonna do something. He had a handful of glitter, was gonna like, put it on Norman in the middle of the Comic-Con panel. He had his hand cupped like that, and he blew it, and it went right back into his own face. It was so sad to watch. I mean, I was mortified. I was so embarrassed for him. And I think that was it. I think that was it for Andy. I think he was like, I gotta quit the show now. What about you? Anything?
I know nothing.
No, nothing.
I know nothing.
See? What happens on the set stays on the set. Unless you're at a convention. Then it's just a secret. Let's go with it.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Kira. Earlier, Sam, you were in the weekend. You were talking about how we got to see a glimpse of Mary still hunting even after she had Dean. And so my curiosity question became, well, what if Mary didn't die and ended up, because she kept hunting, teaching John? And then how, would John accept, do you think John would accept that, and would they start hunting together that way as a family?
So there was
I'm not even touching it.
So there was a flashback episode where Dean is like 2 or 3, and Mary, who has like left her life behind and doesn't hunt anymore, but that's whatever she wanted to do. There's a flashback. She like goes out and hunts in secret, saving people like turning the world with a shotgun, which is a whole other conversation. Because I was also like,
Look at the disappointment. Yeah, that pissed me off too.
No, I was like, the fans are going to be mad, you guys. I mean, are these silver ball Marys in this shotgun?
Yeah.
I was like, I know. And they like that whole thing. It was, I know, super nerd.
I like the ball bearings.
Was it glitter? What is it there?
I'm going with ball bearings.
Okay. Not really understood. In real life. So she's asking, had I not gotten burned, but would I continue to hunt? And I don't know, because I'm wondering, like, where did he think she was going? Comes back already dirt in the morning, like, I was in the garden. Like, I don't know that piece of the lore. Like, did John know that she was a hunter at all until after she died? Did he find the journal? Did he think it was a journal only his? Like, those are pieces that are missing for me. Because I
I feel
was
like there was
dead.
a real lack of communication between
It was a
them.
problem. Yeah. Apparently he moved out for a while.
Yeah, and well, didn't you have an affair too? No, I know I did.
After she was dead is when he had the affair and she had Adam.
Oh,
You have another son.
no, I found that out. I'm a little pissed off about it too. remember the first time I heard that, I thought it was a joke. And I was like, you guys are fucking with me. You're trying to make me feel bad now.
For the record, I am a John sympathizer. I know not everyone is, but I am. Only because my husband was in the military, and knowing what I know about him and those situations that he's been in, I understand why John went where he goes. So
Thank you.
I just, yeah. Chris might have to protect me after that, but that's my point of view. So that's why I'm curious if John would also go.
What do we call the people that aren't John sympathizers? Is there like, I know,
Supernatural fans. Here's the thing.
that was a mic drop.
What a dick.
Here's the thing. People that don't like Mary are also called supernatural. I will defend Mary till the day I die, but I will also defend John, and I'll tell you why. Could there be anything more romantic than abandoning everything in your life to avenge your wife's death? I don't think so.
Whoa. You did raise
They
the children's
turned out
problem.
fine.
Yeah, they turned out pretty good.
Totally
I'm a Supernatural fan, not a John sympathizer. Sitting in the front row. Awesome for me. Front row starts right there for me.
For the longest time, I had no idea that some people didn't love Mary. I had no idea. What? And then I found Reddit.
Anybody on Reddit?
I was actually there for about 10 minutes, and I was like, oh. Pages. It just made me
Or just go to a convention.
for that.
I'm still like hurt by it. My first convention was the first indication, and it was a very loud indication that we hated John. I was like, what? What the fuck happened? He died for his kids, trying to avenge his wife's death, and you all hate him. Except for you. See, I love Mary also. And I thought she had an affair, and she didn't. I still...
Thank you. I love you both. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Suzanne, and I know Jeff, I mentioned earlier at the photo op that I really love your wife's book, Grandma Girl. It is one of my favorites. And as a librarian, I was wondering what would be y'all's favorite books, or a book that you think everyone should read besides your wife's book.
Nothing. Just read my wife's books. What's your favorite book, Sam? Or
How much time do we have? I am more classics, or at least slightly older literature. A Prayer for Owen Meany is one of my favorite books. Yeah, it's an unbelievable book. I love John Irving in general, but I love things like Claudius comes to mind, or David Copperfield. Like, I like old stuff. Madame Bovary. Literature.
all the mandatory reading you love.
I love it. I didn't like some of those, the one that Apocalypse Now was from, like that kind of stuff. Heart of Darkness, and I was like, I get it, there's a lot of...
But did you see that documentary though, that
Yes,
his wife did?
That's crazy.
That was awesome.
But I do love a pop novel. Like, I love, there's like, Lord of the Rings, well, it's not pop, but Lord of the Rings is also a favorite, but all...
Did you say I like a cop novel? And then
Cop.
like a cop. I was like,
No, there's no police in Middle Earth.
gets the issues.
But all the new like fairy and elf and vampire books, all that stuff.
Yep. I don't have a favorite book. I read a little bit of everything, especially now that I have kids. My wife makes my son read everything. My wife is reading 7 books at once at all times. I find it incredibly irritating. I'm just like, can you finish one? But like,
Depends on your mood, what you want to read.
yeah, apparently. I wish she'd read something a little bit more uplifting. That's all I'm going to say. Murder. But she's making my kid read. What's she just making read? Catcher in the Rye or something, and then it made me want to reread it, and so I did. And so that it's fun. What I'm going to is being a dad, reading books with my kids. I'm finding I'm still very immature, one. And two, revisiting, I think with my son especially, who takes after his mother. It's been really kind of fascinating, fun to watch, and I find myself trying to butt into their conversations about books and films, because I want to say what I think he should read or watch, and he doesn't care what I have to say. It's like, yeah, whatever, Dad. You know, Dad.
Dad, can you read?
Yeah. And no, I can't. Because I remember I'm dyslexic, so it's a huge pain in my butt. Oh yeah, huge. So I read the script is hard enough for me, and I spend so
Do you
much
use the
time.
blue thing?
No, I tried the blue thing, and it didn't catch me. Yeah, I tried everything, and then somebody sent me a new app that reads shit to you, but it's like an AI voice, and then so when you have a script, so you have obviously the words. It'll say, hey, Sam says blah blah blah, Jeff says blah blah blah, and then there's also screen direction, but there's no separating when they're reading the script to you, so I have no idea what you're talking about ever. So it would be great to be able to sit in a car and like drive the kids to school or whatever I'm doing and be able to have scripts read to me. It doesn't work.
No, they read it all like a sentence.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
It's nuts. So I still haven't figured out the perfect way to read yet. If that makes sense. It probably explains a shit ton about me. That's why he's like that. He can't read. Bless his heart.
Hi, my name is Erin. I do have a question. I wanted to say real quick first, Jeff, you're the reason that I'm here. I started watching Supernatural like the first couple seasons, and it just wasn't hitting me right at that time in my life, and I fell off of it. And then when I heard they were bringing me back as John Winchester for Lebanon, I was like, well, I have to watch this episode. So I did, and as you can imagine, not having watched it for like 10 years, I was extremely confused. Despite that, the episode still made me cry. And then right around the same time, they said 15 was the final season, so I was like, well, I have to catch up to see what was going on in Lebanon. And
That's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, two jobs, and I finished it between like late September to November. I got through 14 and a half seasons. And just, it really clicked for me that time, and that's why I'm here. So, but that was all, it was you who drew me back in. So thank you for that.
Supernatural, thank you. And all the Supernatural fans, and you can't sympathize with
And I love Mary as well.
We all love Mary. I think that there should have been a John and Mary episode. Oh, ditto. We agreed? Color me crazy. Oh, a spin-off. Oh. No, how about like just a 3-episode little thing? But I think we probably could have done it justice with one episode. Like they did a Here's Negan, which was one episode. If we could have done something like that, I think
With
it
his
would.
backstory and his...
Yeah. We just covered a few years in one episode. I think it would have done Sam and John, certainly, Mary and John, done us some good.
Would have helped us out a little bit.
It would have helped us out a little bit, or killed us, depending on who fucking wrote it. And the problem is there was too many showrunners on this subject, and every showrunner had a different idea of who Mary and John were, hence some of y'all not liking us. Because if you've been just... What?
There's the other 3.
That's it. Our people. Right here. 3 of them. This front row's fucking brutal.
I love you too. We love you.
And they're not shy.
My question is a little more with Jeff in mind, but Sam, I'd love to hear your answer also.
You didn't ask your question yet?
My quick comment, could you tell? My question is, assuming you don't have one already, if you had to have a song lyric tattooed, what song lyric would you pick and where would you put it?
A lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. This is a lot of songs. I'll tell you what, mother. See, look, it's just like, oh, this is back doors from me. You're not wrong. I don't know, man. It would be something from... that is a lot of pressure. I mean, it'd be from the 70s. For it to be something I understood. I don't understand music anymore. I can narrow down the bands. It would be Stones, Zeppelin, could be the Eagles. I don't know. A lyric is going to come to me in the course of this conversation, and I'll just blurt it out. And that's my tattoo. And I'm going to go get it right now. What did you say? I know. Jensen and I have an issue. Well, and Jared too. Whenever the 3 of us are together, we got an idea. It's not a lot of smarts that happen when the 3 of us are together. It all falls. Yeah, you need to hang out more. We need someone telling us how dumb we are. My little dude. How are you? Is your mom making you be here? Yeah. He's like, I'm sorry. You're handsome though. You're welcome.
Lovely manners.
Lovely man. He's at the wrong panel. I saw him and I was like, oh no. I gotta be good. His mom's like, man. You be you, Jeff.
I don't have an answer. Probably an old band as well. That's sort of my happy place.
That's okay. Nisha still owes me an answer on it.
Okay, good.
Oh, Kansas. You know I'm proud of it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna come up with something.
Hi, my name is Jasmine and I'm from Seattle.
Yeah,
Jeff,
go Hawks.
Jeff, I loved you on The Boys. I did not see that coming at all.
You didn't see it coming?
I didn't. I was so shocked.
Well, God bless you.
And my question for you is, what was your experience like working on The Boys?
It was awesome. I mean, I don't think it's any big secret that I wanted to be on that show since I saw the very first episode, and had been talking to Christy for years, 3 years, trying to figure out how we could do it. It was just always my schedule. It was super sucky, and finally he tweeted something. He was answering a fan's question, and they were like, "We want, or why can't Jeff be on the show or something?" And he's like, "This schedule sucks. It just can't work out." And of course I saw it, and I'm like, "Yes, it can." I don't know how, because I'm working, and so we talked, and what they did was, I was in the middle of shooting when they were shooting, but they just put, I don't remember how many episodes I did, 6 or 8 maybe. They did all of my episodes at the end of the shoot, and the directors came back and shot their scenes with me. I thought that was very kind of them, because that never happened. But I worked with Carl Urban, who I adore. He's an amazing actor, and we kind of approached the work the same. We had the same sense of humor. There's a lot. I've never laughed more in my life. But I also, as far as the work goes, just getting to kind of go one-on-one, because obviously just him and I that could see each other. And the fun we had, and as long as we kind of stayed within the realm of what was on the written page, and then we could just go off. And we had a tremendous amount of fun. I was just real happy to be a part of it. Who knows, maybe we haven't seen the rest or the end of Tesla. I feel like we gotta have some kind of resolution with them. Yeah. And I moderated the boys' panel at Comic-Con this year. And it was supposed to be me and Jensen, by the way. Thank you so much. I was nervous as fuck, because I'll tell you why, because I'm dyslexic and I can't read. And Christy wrote like 27 pages of questions for me. And I didn't get them until like the day before. And I'm like, "Eric, I can't read this." He's like, "We'll be on a teleprompter." I'm like, I can't read that. And so I stayed up the little night before, learning all this crap. And then it all just falls apart the second we're on stage anyway. It all just goes. And then Jensen didn't do it because Jensen, wanted his own moment. To announce his 87 new shows. He was like, "Fine, I'll do it alone." And I'll announce awesome presents. Yeah, it was really, that was really just for Jensen. But anyway, one of the questions, I knew I was going with this, one of the questions that Christy had me ask was to Jensen, like, will we see Kessler and Soldier Boy in a scene together? Which made me think that there could be a chance that we'll at least be in the same room together. He won't see me, but I'll be able to give him all kinds of shit. Which would be super fun, because I would spend the whole time trying to make this busted.
Revenge.
Yeah, revenge. That's right.
Payback.
Payback. Get the glitter. No, that was Norman. Wrong shows. Although it would not work.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Angel. I wanted to start by saying I'm also a huge fan of The Walking Dead, and Dead said really, really good. And so I wanted to have a kind of first question, which is, how would John Winchester and Mary Winchester act in the Walking Dead universe? What do you think they came up with and why?
I think the two of them. We never got to see the two of them really in Supernatural. I don't know what was written between the 300 episodes that we did.
I was at that whole time, so.
Right, but that doesn't mean you weren't talked about.
Oh, they talked about it.
Yeah. Well, no, I know. Thank you all for telling me. Fucking hate Jan. Who raises their kids like that? Fucking I'm talking to you. She's tweeting right fucking now. Now, oh, fine. I got my phone. I can tweet too. So fun, isn't it? Now you know. She kicked ass in that world, yeah? I loved it. I'd love for Mary and John to be in that world. I think the two of them, I think they probably were a badass duo. Which is why John fucking lost his mind after she was killed. Because I think they were very much in love and simpatico. But, you know, come on, Sam with zombies?
It's only zombies?
That's easy. True. What's the problem? You did 16 years of this show and it's still serious? She's not wrong. But I would have loved it. I would have loved to see more. You know, it goes back to when they live and see whether that been one episode or a spin-off or whatever, to see the story. And they tried to do it like with Winchester's, yeah, Jason show. But I mean, the two of us. It would have been cool to do the two of us. Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah. Because just doing Lebanon and getting the chance to work with Sam for really the first time and only time, we never really had any scenes together other than her, you know. Yeah, don't really talk about it.
And I wasn't in there. That was, you were mad. I wasn't even actually in the
That's
room.
right, you weren't. And now I've seen that picture a million times. You're just frying.
Zombie.
She was like Johnny Storm up there. Like, she didn't want. I feel like I saw it. God damn it.
No, I think so too. I think that, speaking for myself, that episode felt like a closure thing, and it didn't feel like the first time we were all working together. It felt like we'd been there the whole time. It was strange, but comfortable and felt so right, and like was closure, and it was very easy, and
It was easy though. And you're right. It felt like we worked together for like years and years. I remember doing this scene where I hear you come in the door. Oh, now you like John. You went O2. That was streaming, and I hate the bastard. But I mean, just from that moment, that was one of the first things we shot in that episode, and I remember I get emotional shooting it, and it was just, and Sam's right, it was just easy to do. It was like we were in a very it was great. Yeah. Oh, fuck. The sprint row must have switched out. Now all of a sudden they're all like, they all like us. Where are we at? Hi.
My question is, if you could have any music added to the soundtrack to Supernatural, what would it be and why?
honestly, they got it all pretty much. They had every of the good bands from that time that Dean would have allowed. I don't think they ever had the Eagles in there, but I would have liked that.
Probably a little bit too much money for CW.
And then there was a lot of reuse of older ones as they went on and the episodes got more expensive. I think they did an amazing job with music. So,
I remember reading the pilot for the first time, and Ricky wrote the exact songs that were in the pilot, and it was such like, I was like, there's no way they're gonna get these songs, you know.
Like a dream list.
Yeah, it was a dream list, and I mean that's my music. That's what I grew up listening to, and what I still that's what I force my kids to listen to. And I think that was one of the coolest things about that show was, you know, bands ended up letting Supernatural. They didn't make them pay a gajillion dollars for these songs because of the Supernatural, and it was one of the things that Supernatural was known for was this amazing soundtrack. So people started like, well, you can use one song, you know. Candace did it, you know, and it kind of rolled from there because they always had an amazing soundtrack. Yeah, cool. I mean, I put Zeppelin in everything, but that's me.
Do they have Led Zeppelin?
Episode 5, Led Zeppelin second commercial break.
You're not wrong. It was only the second stanza.
Oh, you guys, best fandom ever. The only place I go where I get yelled at, and I'm okay with it.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Kira. I couldn't believe I was called Kira in line earlier. My question is for Jeffrey. With all of the video game adaptations moving to TV like The Last of Us and Fallout, would Jeffrey be interested in ever playing a TV adaptation of Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption?
Oh, fuck, that's the one I want to do. Not even a question. One, I mean, the only genre, my favorite genre is Western. It's not even a close second. And my son plays that game, and it's freaking awesome. In a heartbeat, I would do it for free. Don't actually fucking tweet that out. See, I'm gonna touch the studio will call, but I get heard. And then I'd be like, okay. But yeah, in a second. It's a great game. It's a killer game.
Alright, so I'm starting the petition.
I wouldn't mess with the other deal with them. I mean, what's John gonna do? Put some salt around him? Always the problem is man. Man is a much bigger issue than the creatures that we find ourselves battling. Yeah, it would have been a fun one, but I think John needs some help.
Here's a better question between Negan and Mary.
Look, we all agree, all right? Fine. I'm not stupid.
Serious. Mary, I feel like Mary was more of a fighter. And John was more focused.
Plus, chicks.
Mary had all kinds of secret skills like that. Would you think?
Yeah, look, I agree. All day.
Yeah. When they brought me back.
Still married.
Yeah. When they brought me back, they asked me, do you know how to do fighting? And I was like, I mean, like, my sister? Like, so they sent me a trainer to my house who was trying to teach me Krav Maga. I'm like, this is not something you learn in a crash course. I was terrible at it. We worked on this whole throw that I was supposed to do, and I came back and we'd get to set, and they're like, oh, you're doing something different. I'm like, no, we're not. This is the one thing I know. And then they just started incorporating regular boxing and stuff like that. And, but yeah, so apparently they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Can't they just argue?
Right? like she can wear you down.
Yeah.
You know. No, apparently, yeah. Fighting. Lots of fighting, stabbing.
Yeah, fight is dead.
Yeah.
It's a family
That
business.
didn't get one back. Go back.
Hi. Hi, my name is Ariana. My question is actually for Jeffrey from my mom, Karina, who's back in Washington State.
We'll see y'all.
Yes, exactly. She wanted to say that you played such a sweet guy on Grey's Anatomy. Yes, I love you. Such a horrible character on The Walking Dead. Which kind of acting do you prefer? Do you like the roles that are sweet and sensitive, or do you enjoy being the bad guy?
I think both. I mean, I like being a sensitive bad guy.
You know, I've said this before, that Negan did such horrible things. And you still root for him, and that's because for some reason killing people with a bat. You're like, I'm sure he doesn't mean it.
He told the joke afterwards. Couldn't have been that serious.
And the consequences. So,
See,
you're both. You're both. You're
Thank you. I think that lately I feel like I've just been paying one thing. I would love to, play not a bad guy, but I gotta say, I don't know if an actor could have more fun doing anything than playing a pretty shady dude.
It's the best.
It's the best. You can sink your teeth more into that than playing the straight man any day. And it's fun. And you can build yourself arcs and do stuff that you don't get to do in real life. I mean, Negan gets to say shit. Yeah. And I'll say almost anything. You know. But the stuff that comes out of Negan's mouth, it still makes me giggle. Really, it's just like, I get to say that. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Hello. So for the record, I also sympathize with John and Mary.
John and Mary sympathize with
Everything that they had to go through, I thought judging them harshly is unfair, so we give them a lot of grace. And you mentioned Lebanon, that there was some closure between parents and Sam and Dean. My question is, when there's the inevitable reboot, and Sam and Dean meet Mary and John in heaven, what do they say to each other?
Wait, there's gonna be a reboot in heaven?
Well, at the end of the show, Sam
Does that mean the ass eater's gonna be in it? Dude, I'm sorry.
No, he's got his day. You got it.
And we don't have a problem with that. Let me get this straight. So hard to keep up. I learn stuff every time I come to one of these.
God is now like a 4-year-old Nephilim that blew me up into a million pieces.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that was my first choice. He did feel bad. It didn't help me out.
I totally forgot the question. I entertain myself so much when the actually comes in.
Sam and Dean are in heaven.
Oh, that's right, heaven's been.
And Mary and John, to our knowledge, are also in heaven. So when the family meets in heaven, what did John and Mary say to us?
I can't wait.
Give us the keys back.
Then that you might get two. Nice.
Sometimes we're coming crazy.
Oh yeah, you got time.
Thank you.
Give
Hi there.
Howdy. I'm Lydia. How differently do you
first few seasons, then the episode where they come back, or I guess in your case, when you come back for...
Yeah, 30 birthdays.
Yeah, so I was just wondering
In
how
real
your
life.
acting choices...
Well, in the beginning, I was just, canonized Angel Mary, right? In like the perfect mom, and then she came back to life, and I was like, what is happening? Why are computers?
Bigger questions. What are computers?
These are so tall. It was a lot. Coming back, pretending I'd been dead for 30 years and trying to figure it out. It was a lot. And Mary was trying to figure out everything, and I was trying to figure out what Mary was doing, so I was just...
Doing Brahma shit? Fighting.
Trying to fight from God, yes. I got to wear shoes, I guess. It was just later.
Ray.
So yeah, that was...
We're professional actors. What was your method? He was like, none. So that's what we established here.
Shoes, wearing shoes.
Shoes, computers are crazy.
So shoes and computers, that's what I should say doing.
Yeah, shoes and computers and a gray beard. We're not helping.
She now was a John and Mary sister.
Now she's just a supernatural fan. There's a bumper sticker in there somewhere. Yes, ma'am.
You know there's going to be those t-shirts.
I was gonna say it was sympathizer.
Supernatural fan in quotes. We all know what that means.
Or what's a computer? And you thought this panel was going to be nothing. Just waiting for the old J-boys. Oh no. This shit's fun. Real asshole. And she tags me. I can't wait. Oh, it's already up, isn't it? God damn it. All right. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Mariah from Arizona.
I'm Mariah.
And two things I gotta say first. As a Cowboys fan, fucking 40 winners. And also, I can actually kind of relate to both John and Negan at the same time.
You can relate to John and Negan. I'm cool. You can leave it at that.
So my question is probably a silly one. As pet owners, I'm sure most of us can relate to this. What are some of
Did
the
you say as pet owners?
pet owners?
Oh, you're just skipping
Or
all over.
pets.
Okay. All right. We're
Or
good.
pet owners. Or pet slaves, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Pet slaves? I get it. I got a farm.
are my farm animals. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was still stuck on the John and medium related. I'm back with you. Pets.
So what are some of the most embarrassing things that your pets have done?
My three-legged dog, Irwin, we should change his name to Lipstick because it's always out. My wife won't let him on anything because of the fact that it's always out. Like you can't get on the couch, you don't even sit on the carpet. I don't know what's going on with him. He's wonderful. But he needs to learn how to put it away. And so when company comes over, all the dogs are around except for Irwin. I'll be like, Hillary, where's Irwin? And she just gives me like a look like, probably locked in the bathroom somewhere. With his dick hanging out. That embarrassing.
For him it is. Or
I'm
maybe
not sure. I think he's like, all day. That elicited some responses. What was that? Kickstand, but sure, we'll go with this other leg. Holy God. Young man, so nice that you're here. This kid's got a big smile on his face. Wearing a tie, the cutest thing I ever seen in my life. What a dude. Mom, shame on you. What about you, pets?
They're embarrassing, they're just bad. We have one dog, Henry, who lives chained up to whatever room I'm in. Because let loose, she will immediately find the closest bed and be on the pillow. Immediately. And comes back so proud.
She's prancing, so she's prancing, you know she's got a room pillow.
Hangs out 6 feet from me at all times. And, you know, stuff like that.
How old is this puppy?
11!
I mean, Irwin's only 4.
He's tried for like 8, 9 years. Like, I'm sure today will be better.
So 3 years he's just been like, puppy.
We moved to the house, like, she's been pregnant with me. Sorry. My husband's watching football. She comes running and she, not always pillows. My husband's watching football and she comes running into the living room. She's like,
It's weird with the girl dog. I mean, I get a boy lifting his leg on everything.
I think she was dropped on her head. We tried trainers, we tried behavioral, we'll tell the vet, well, she'll pee in her own bed and then sleep on it. And they're like, yeah, that's not right.
It's marking territory to a new level.
Yeah, it's already yours.
Nobody wants it.
So it's just bad, and my son has 2 sugar gliders.
Well, those little things, like
little flying
like
squirrels.
Faraday kind of things. Right?
Well,
They're flying squirrels?
They're marsupial, not a rodent, but they look like a tiny flying squirrel with like a racing stripe, like from Madagascar.
That's awesome.
And they're so stinking cute. They've got little opposable thumbs. You give them a treat, and they'll hold on to your finger. Looking right at you.
Do they just run around this room?
Sometimes, we also have a big bird cage that they're in.
Huh?
But if you're holding them, they will poop on you. They just, and you know,
Fair enough. I do that when people hold me.
But it's worth it. But yeah, no, so just
It's
that.
worth it.
Especially if they're on someone else.
Some people are into weird shit. You guys are so easy. And perverse.
So, yeah, less.
Thank you, she says. Thank you, you answered that. Where are we now?
I think, yeah, we're moving on from the pets, I think.
Yeah, I think we got the patch, yeah.
Thank you.
Boners and peeing. Could have just aged
Very
like
small.
that. Let y'all guess.
Hi. My name is Erin. I'm from California.
Okay.
Good to see you. I'm enjoying this panel a lot. I'm so happy it's happening right now. And my little statement. Anyway. Sam, I've mentioned this to you several times. We talked about like Mary's choices and stuff. She was just really like she can't receive information and the skills that she had. I believe the same thing of John. Because becoming a parent doesn't magically make you like suddenly know how to be a parent. You still are a human being with like disorders and issues in college, and those things don't go away. So they made choices that negatively impacted their kids and results, and had to, I guess, not live with those choices, but as parents themselves, what do you hope that your kids will learn from choices that you make and behaviors that you model? Like, what do you hope, like, what's the best outcome you want for your kids? Regardless of, like, what happens to you, like, what can they learn from your own mistakes, I guess, as well as the good things that happen?
Such a question. It's supposed to be a light thing. I think our whole thing is you want your kids to be better than we are, you know. Hopefully that they're good to people. That's kind of the main thing that I think that Hillary and I try to drill into our kids. Try to be as good at people as we can to other people, treat people like you want to be treated. I think all of those rules that we were taught. Somebody back there's all laughing like, oh, like that's gonna happen. But I think all the same things that I think any parent would wish we sure hope for our kids. You know, hopefully we can set a decent example. Even me, I know it seems crazy, but I love my kids more than I love anything in the world, and there's nothing I would do for them. And I tell them every day how much I love them. I think that's important. I came from a generation where I don't think that anyone ever, my parents weren't like, I love you. Look at front row, it's green with me. What the hell is happening? And, you know, it's just a different time. So I think now we take it a different way. And yeah, anything familiar there for you?
For sure, like I told a therapist one point, like, I just don't want to mess up my kids. This is what you're going to. Just different from how your parents messed up you. And so I would like to mess them up less. And I want him to be confident and secure and make decisions for himself, not for us, not to please someone else, even his parents. Within the universe of being kind and generous and all the good qualities. But when he makes a mistake or doesn't have the best quality, I want him to be able to not beat himself up for it because nobody's perfect. And I think that this generation, the younger, the teenagers and younger, they're a little different from how we were. Like it doesn't stick as much, it feels like. They're more able to be like, oh yeah, that's a you problem. And I'm like, that's amazing! I didn't ever have that in that.
The other stuff, I mean, like social media and stuff like that scares the crap out of me. And it's because of you. But like Gus still has a flip phone. All of his friends have smartphones. I'm like, no, bro. When you move out of the house, you can buy yourself a phone and go on social media, but not under my watch. Because not you all. But some people are really vicious. People are freaking mean. And I'm going to try to keep my kids away from that as long as easy as possible.
Oh, it's smart. I mean, there's the thing that Steve Jobs' kids do not have iPhones.
What is that say?
He's like, it's bad.
And it wasn't even that bad then.
Right.
That was
pre-Instagram.
15 years ago, yeah. Boy.
Yeah, so, sometimes I find myself changing my behavior because I want to set a different example. And so that's something that I'm learning from him without him even having to do it. Thank you.
See, you were horrible,
They just didn't listen.
at all.
Hi, my name's Jackie, and Sam, you talked a little bit about this with the ladies of Supernatural yesterday, about Mary's Charger, and John, of course, has the Impala. And I'm a classic car junkie. Do you guys have a favorite classic car? Do you have a car that you think that John and Mary would drive together? Like, that would be a classic one that they would get together.
That's why we get keys back.
Here's the key.
I would like a Shelby Cobra.
Like a real one. It's like a $2 million car.
Correct. Listen, we used to pull the credit cards anyway.
I have a fake Shelby Cobra, and I love it. I would share it with you. I think that's a mic drop on that. We got the awes on the front row, so.
There you go.
There you go. That's Shelby Cobra. Only 2 people can fit in it. Don't need a lot of luggage. You know what I mean? Just need a toothbrush.
That's right.
Aww.
Same page.
Yeah, we got it now.
One by one. Hi.
I'm Karima from Texas.
Hi.
My question is for Jeffrey. What was your favorite scene to shoot in the Bulls?
Your favorite one?
I mean, I laughed in very home. I would say 2. 1 would be the reveal, just because it was the scene in, what's his face, that his leg cut off, and the wife shows up and all the shit, and he finds out that Kessler's figment of imagination. That scene was super fun to do, and then there was a scene that I'm hardly in, and I want to say it was like episode maybe 7, when I go into the boys' office, and I called Carl a bunch of names. I called Butcher a big pussy, blah, blah, blah. But there's much harsher terms than that. And it was really fun because it was the first time I was really around the cast, and they were all dying because how we shot that is I would shoot my stuff, and then I'd go hide underneath the desk or something, and have to do all my lines.
This is Jeff.
It's what I was doing. But I would still have to say my lines because during the reveal you see him doing all those scenes minus Kessler, including like hugging him and all that shit. So I would be like hiding under a desk or behind a pole or whatever, and nobody could keep a straight face because all of a sudden you hear Kessler like going off and saying all sorts of horrible things, and them trying to keep a straight face. Cool? Oh, I see the band is back.